Hi guys, Arlena Bessart here of Heavenly Hands Massage and Bodywork. I help athletes with elite level techniques so that they can train without pain. Today is actually a special day because it is my birthday. So I just wanted to come on and let you guys know like how I have been surviving, just give you a couple tips on what I've been doing to kind of get through the whole quarantine. Some people are allowed to go back to work and are opening back up. I have not yet been given the clearance to open back up just yet. So what I have been doing is just really focusing on me, still focusing on moving my business forward and putting good things into my system, putting good things into my mind as far as my thoughts, etc. And just in making the best out of every day and making the best out of the situation. For a long time, I've told people that I wanted to expand my digital library and give you guys more and serve you more in a different way. Well, now that I've had all this time off, I've had time to do just that. So I've been making the use of my time doing that, and also I'm a person who loves vitamins and herbs and minerals and all that great stuff. So that's what I've been doing. I have been taking different herbs and things, and I have a few of them here, so as they fall onto the floor. What I have here is something called Solle Vital. This is something that has a lot of adaptogens in it, and it helps with stress. It helps to give you good nutrition, and if you're a person who's adrenal dominant like I am, it helps to nourish your adrenals quite a bit. And everyone has a slightly different effect with that one, so it could be something that actually makes you sleepy if you're not getting any rest, because the adaptogens will see that you are not getting rest and will help to support will get you to go to night-night. And it may actually give you energy instead of making you tired. Normally it's something that gives people energy, because I have been up late studying and having notes everywhere and everything else. It's of course going to see, kind of give you what you need. And for me, I needed some rest, so it actually helped to do that. It knocked me out, gave me a great nap, and it helps you to reset. So if you do have a sleep debt that your body is kind of going to make you pay, after that's over with and you reset yourself, then you're fine. So the next one is something called Excell. So Excell is something that has maca in it, and it doesn't just have one type of maca, it has 3. And all of the types of maca have iodine and all these wonderful things in them, and so that helps to support your thyroid and your hormones and other things. I use this actually as a pre-workout. So I mix the Vital and the Excell together. You can mix this in cold liquid, and you can also put this in smoothies. One of the tips that I give people when they get some of these from me is that if you don't want to try to remember to take all these different things, except this guy here, I'll talk about this in a minute, but this is what you take at nighttime to help you to sleep. So when it comes to the Excell, when it comes to the Solle Vital, and the next one that I'll talk about next, the CinnaMate, you can actually mix these together and put these in a smoothie, and then you don't have to worry about, taking them throughout the day. You don't have to do that. Not everybody likes a smoothie. Some people are a texture person and they don't really enjoy them. That's totally fine. You can do whatever you want. Just giving you some tips to make it easier. Typically, if something is easy enough for you, you'll stick with it. And I understand, actually. So anyhow, so back to this. This has iodine and all kinds of different things in it that are in the maca. And this helps with your libido. You may not need that extra help, but it's just something that helps to nourish it from nature. A lot of people talk about the blue pill, etc., that kind of thing. For people that have that concern, there's nothing that's made up in a lab that is a medication that doesn't exist in nature in some way, because that's where it comes from, and that's what's been around for eons. We've got herbs, plant seeds, those kinds of things have been around forever. And so as far as a medication is concerned, the inspiration for those, either the essence of it or the inspiration of it, comes from nature anyway. And so that's just one of the things. But it helps you with vibrancy and energy and that kind of thing. I can literally feel these working. So the next one is the CinnaMate. This guy is something that has, yes, cinnamon in it, but there's also, just like all the other products by Solle, it has adaptogens in it. And so adaptogenic herbs, like I've talked about before in my series for the IGTV, is something that is going to kind of sense in your body what you need. Is going to balance you. If you have too much cortisol, it'll dial that down. If your immune system is a little bit suppressed, it'll help to, uptake that and kind of build that up some. So it does what you need it to do. And different herbs, will do different things and all that great stuff. So what I like about having more than one adaptogen per product is that you're getting a lot of support. Herbs already have tons of vitamins and minerals in them. So you add to that adaptogenic herbs and deep cleansing, nourishing tonic herbs, and you have quite a bit of support on your hands. And who doesn't need that, especially right now? One of the things that I'd said before in my other videos is that I'm worried about you guys having, issues with autoimmunity and some other things as a result of being so stressed and so worried about different things going on today that your health plummets as a result of what's going on. I don't want that for anybody. And it being my birthday, I, of course, love hosting and coming to help you guys in any way that I can anyhow. But just it being my birthday made me think about, the whole, having a chance to live. I'm grateful. Yes, I'm quarantined. Yes, not everything is perfect right now. I do believe that things will go back to the way that we would like for them to. In some ways, I believe that we'll also get used to some new normals, but I'm grateful to live and grateful to be here. And I know a lot of you guys are as well. And I just choose to look at the bright side, because if you focus too much, yes, you can look at what we've got, with the situation that you have, deal with that, but also choose to look at the positive and focus on that. Because if you focus too much on what's the unlovelies of the situation, then that just brings you somewhere down that you don't need to be. Then you can't function or go forward and do the things that you need to do. So back to what we were talking about at hand. So this has cinnamon in it, but it also has different adaptogens and whatnot. And if you're someone who is hypoglycemic, at one time I was told that I was hypoglycemic, I would try to do a fast and I would actually feel very sick and I would shake violently. The longer and harder I would work out, because I'd get up like basically on a nap, not even possibly having got all of the sleep that I needed to get. I would get up, do a workout, and drink coffee after my workout, or before, during, and after my workout, but not have any fuel in my system. So my body had nothing to work with. And so for me, being hypoglycemic at the time, which means, of course, my hypo means low, so my blood sugar would already be too low. It had nothing to give. My body had nothing to give. Yet I would just, send it through these hefty workouts, and I would shake really violently. You could really see it. It was terrible. And the longer and or harder I worked, the more I would shake, and the longer it would take for me to not shake anymore. And I didn't know what was wrong. And I'd have people tell me, you should just go to the doctor and go see what's wrong. And I ended up doing that, but it was actually, a lot of you guys know that chiropractors can do nutrition programs. Some of you don't know that. They study from the same books as a medical doctor, and they learn all of the same things. They learn 3 times more anatomy and physiology. So they are a doctor, and not everybody, works the same. Sure, not everybody has the same work ethic and all that great stuff. We can say that for anybody in any industry. However, so what I did years ago is I went to a chiropractor who's one of the ones that actually did nutrition programs. He took some labs from me, and well, actually not I paid him for the program, and he sent me out with a voucher. And with that voucher, I went to the lab, and to make sure they didn't, of course, try to charge me again. And I went there in a fasted state, so I made sure I was like one of the first ones that morning that had an appointment, so that I could, of course, eat quickly after that and function. Well, what ended up happening was a few days later, my results came in, and so he told me about the hypoglycemia and other things, and he sat me down, and for about an hour, he answered all kinds of questions. He did a runoff of all of my levels and showed me, why I was suffering with different things, why it was that I was working out really hard and nothing was happening as to my midsection, because I had too much cortisol and other things. So with me being adrenal dominant, my adrenals were sucking wind, and every time I would drink coffee, and I drank way more coffee then than I do now, and throughout the day at times, every time I would drink coffee, I was sucking my adrenals dry more. So coffee would actually make me very sleepy instead of making me energetic, because I was sucking my adrenals dry. So I was doing a lot of things that I didn't need to be doing that were actually harmful to me. So when I share that with clients and I share that with other people, that kind of makes them think like, what do I have going on? So, that kind of thing can really help you. Well, said all that to say, when I started coming into contact with different adaptogenic herbs and learning how to nourish my body, things got a whole lot better for me. And this is something that has been a game changer, because I don't have to worry about if my sugar's high or low, etc. It's going to help to balance you. Obviously, I'm not going to be kicking back sugar and whatnot all day long, making my way harder and trying to use this as insurance. But it is something that can go a long way to help you. So the next one up is this one that I showed a little bit earlier. This is called Renūe. This is by Solle Naturals, of course, as well. And this one has different adaptogens or adaptogenic herbs that help you with rest and with calming. Now, everybody's a little different. How your body is functioning at the moment is a little different. If you're someone who your adrenals are just blown and they really need a lot of nourishing and help, that might be something that may rev you up, etc. For the most part, it should help you to go night-night. But depending on, you know, what you got going on, etc., I encourage people to ask me questions and come to me directly if you order anything through me. I do represent Solle Naturals. So for anybody that goes to my site, and I'll make sure to post the link, etc., anyone who goes to my site and gets anything from me and I'm your rep, I want you to be in contact with me. I don't want you to just go and buy things all willy-nilly and then not have any kind of connection with me so that I can help to guide you. If there's a question that I don't know or something that I can't answer directly, trust, I'm going to make sure that I contact a mentor, somebody who can get besides my own research and reading. I'm going to make sure I get you the quickest, best answer that I possibly can. So with that, those are just some of the things that I take by Solle Naturals that helps me to feel really good. It, you know, I am 40 years old today, but I feel very energetic. I feel just as good as I did years ago. Actually, I feel better than I did in some of my 20s. My earlier 20s it was a hard time for me, and not just the place in my life was a darker place. It wasn't the best place ever. Besides that, my health wasn't what it is today. So now I'm much more responsible with what I put in my body, because as a younger person, I could eat anything I wanted to at any time that I want to, and I could go to bed at 3, 4 in the morning. Insomnia. I had insomnia as a child, or as a teenager. I could go to bed at in the wee hours eating candy and all kinds of crap that I had no business putting in my body, and nothing would happen to me for a long time. And how many of us have had the false positives, or the false security of, oh, I've been doing such and such for years and nothing has happened to me yet? That's not a very smart way to go about things, because you never know what you're doing to yourself and what kind of damage, etc., you are storing up for your body. So moving past that, now at the age that I am now, I'm much more responsible with what goes into my system and also what goes into my mind, etc. Because, like I've said before, your emotions are directly tied to what your cells are doing. You give your cells marching orders by the thoughts that you feed your system. So yes, life events happen, deaths, pandemics, different things happen. So the best thing that you can do is to, connect with your higher self. Not everybody has a belief system or the same belief system. And, hey, I'm not here to try to sway you one way or the other. What works for me is that, yes, I do believe in God. I do have that connection. That's what helps me to stay centered and that kind of thing. But connecting to a higher power has been something shown, no matter what it is that, you connect to, has been shown to help people to get better, as far as like if you're sick, etc., and to help you get through life events and different things, kind of like what we've got going on right now. When I pray, I get an answer. It's just that simple for me. So like I said, I'm not here to push off on you what I believe. That's what I believe, and it's what helps me, and that kind of thing can help you. It pays dividends, in my opinion. So anyhow, and besides that, mental state, I grew up as a young kid, with some programming that wasn't the best, and so I've had to learn to fight bad thoughts. And not just that, write them down, get them out of your head, look at the piece of paper, ask yourself if that's true. And once you write your thoughts down and you ask yourself, is this true, is this absolutely true, and whether it is or not, you can come up with a game plan to deal with whatever it is that's on your mind, so that you can sleep, so that you can function, so that you can heal, so that you can help other people. And it really does work. So I understand why people will suggest that you journal, because it really does help. And it doesn't have to be something that's super formal. Just jot different things down, and there's different ways of doing that can help you. So those are some of the things that I do. And of course, working out, that helps me to feel better. It doesn't just help the way that you look or that I look. It also helps me to feel better. It helps me to, feel more energetic and happier and enthusiastic and all kinds of other things. It gives you a sense of euphoria. And I love the burn of the workout, and I love the feeling of what I feel when I'm done with the workout. So those are some things that help me. to be at my best. So I hope that you guys found this information valuable and helpful. If there's any way that I can help support you, please contact me either directly, either send me a message, a private message on Facebook, or send me a DM, direct message on Instagram, call or text me. However I can help you and support you, let me know. Also, if there's anything that you guys want to see from me, make sure to post a comment down below in the comments, and just let me know. Let's talk. So anyhow, I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much, and hope you have a good one. Bye.